Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's some of the top stories we have for you tonight. Pueblo supermarket in trouble again. A teenager tries to rob a church. And we've got more drama for you as well. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, Pueblo supermarket is in trouble again. Just a few months ago, Pueblo received a hefty fine for overcharging their customers. Now Pueblo's owner has been arrested for cheating WAPA. News Channel 8's Lee Carl has the story.
The owner of 4 of the territory's major supermarkets have been charged with using illegal connections to steal electricity at one of his stores. Ahmad El-Khatib, 51, of Chicago, is accused of obtaining money by false pretense, grand larceny, meter tampering, and reckless endangerment operating a criminal enterprise. He was advised of his rights Friday at Superior Court. Mr. Khabib is the sole owner of the World Fresh Market that operates the Pueblo supermarkets, 2 of each on St. Thomas and 1 in St. Croix. Special agents of the Justice Department took him into custody Thursday as he was preparing to board a flight for Chicago. Special Agent Kenneth Schillebrand wrote in his affidavit, September 4th, the BI Justice Department received a complaint from the Water and Power Authority about meter tampering, hazardous conditions, and diversion of power at the sub-base store, which was discovered by WAPA's Revenue Assurance Department. Based on the consumption and kilowatt printout for World Fresh at sub-base, investigators believe that the theft began December 13th, 2008. According to Schillebrand, Schillebrand said the amount he owes for unpaid electricity is more than $1 million so far. WAPA is still conducting an accounting for World Fresh supermarkets on St. Croix. At the time of arrest, Mr. Khatib's bail was set at $200,000. Later, Judge James Carroll reduced it to $20,000 and allowed him to be released from custody on Thursday evening after posting only $5,000. In St. Thomas, Lee Carl.
And in other news, just when you thought that things were quieting down when it comes to crime, they just got a little worse. News Channel 8's Wes Small tells us about a suspect who could burn in hell.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. Well, for the second weekend, it was very quiet, at least for major crimes. Sure, there were pockets of crime going on, but again, when it comes to major crimes, so far, knock on wood, we just don't have much. One thing that has come to the media's attention is the desperation of crimes that we see. Now we have an 18-year-old by the name of Kurt Huggins, and he came here, we believe, sometime late Friday night or Saturday morning, because he has now been arrested and charged with possession of a weapon and first-degree robbery. He's being held at Golden Grove on $75,000 bail. Well, Mr. Huggins decided to rob a church, and he pointed a gun at the parishioners here at the congregation upstairs. We believe it's suite number 2 there, Iglesia de Dios Sol de Justica, when one of the parishioners complied with him and handed over some cash, but then knocked the gun from his hand as the Huggins had ordered everyone to the ground demanding money. Well, that's then when the rest of the congregation held 18-year-old Kurt Huggins from Estate Herman Hill until police arrived. So that is good news. Again, he is being held at $75,000 bail. Again, that is the desperation that some of these crooks or criminals are going through in these hard times. But again, it was sort of a quiet weekend for major crimes. But this one here, we have 18-year-old Kurt Huggins, who has thrusted himself into the dumb crooks category, which we do every Thursday. He will certainly be a contender because he tried to rob God. We are in Castle Coakley. Bad guys lose. Good guys win. I'm Wes Small for News Channel.